Hello everyone and welcome to my very first WRV book review, and this is my very first review I've ever really tried to done, except for maybe the Nintendo Force thing. But I'm gonna try to do reviews of books and games, starting with books. At least maybe once a month, hopefully more often than that, but I'm just gonna try it at a bare minimum once a month. So this is my first book review, and I thought I would start with probably what is definitely one of my top three, probably my top one standalone novels. I'm not quite sure what I would rank it, but yeah. The Starlight Crystal, if you can see this, the Starlight Crystal by Christopher Pike. If you've seen any of my other videos, my TBRs, and I even did a collection where I showed off my entire collection of Christopher Pike books. But Christopher Pike is my favorite author ever. No one compares to him. To even say someone is better, it's just like, yeah, okay, your opinion doesn't count. I mean, I'm joking, but really, he's my favorite author ever. And the Starlight Crystal is so awesome. I'm just going to read the description at the back, although the description is kind of spoilery. I mean, just to say, it's like 195 pages, and if I like spoiled something from the first 40 pages or something, it would be considered a spoiler, just because the pace is so fast and it just goes. It's just something shocking happens after something else shocking, and it's just. But the official description is the secret mission lasted forever. It is 200 years in the future, so when, I don't know, 2200, I'm not quite sure when it takes place, but 200 years from the book, from the date that this was released, which I believe was 1995. 18-year-old Paige Christian has been given a chance to join the crew of the Traveler, a special spaceship designed to circle the solar system at near light speed. One data aboard the Traveler is equal to 10 years on Earth. The Traveler is a time capsule as well as a spaceship. Its purpose is to study the changes on Earth throughout the 2 centuries and then return home. But something happens to the Traveler. Something also happens to the Earth. An awful thing. And the years pass, billions of them, and still Paige Christian lives and remembers all those she left behind until the day she finally does come home to a world and a future no human being could have imagined. So, this book, as I said before, I don't really like romance and novels. I just want a good novel plot, and it's sad that a whole bunch of good novel plots are bombarded with romance stuff. But this, most of Christopher Pike novels kind of do have romance, but it's very much in the background. This book is kind of like the main theme of it, of going forward, but at the same time the main story isn't that. It is her just trying to live through the Traveler and then everything that happens after that. And just the pacing is insane. To give you a clue, if I can find it, the pacing can get so fast that you literally have 2 chapters on like the same page almost. Here's chapter 10. You see this? You see this? Chapter 10's here. Chapter 11 is here. Okay? And each chapter is kind of like a fourth chapter it would be in another book. It tells like a little its own main subject. Turn the page. Okay, that kind of goes on for a bit. And then you have chapter 12 here. Turn another page. It goes on for a bit. Okay, this one is one of the longer ones. But yeah, chapter 13, some of them are a few pages long, but yeah, some of them can be a few pages long, and some of them can be just like half a page until the epilogue. But, just, the pacing is insane. I love fast-paced books. And it's not just, I don't love this just because it's a fast-paced book. Oh, but it is. It's probably the fastest-paced book I've ever read in my life. But just the story and the characters and everything is awesome. Like most of Christopher Pike's books, in case you don't know, it has a strong spiritual sense to it, and I don't want to really say anything because of spoilers, so forgive me if I spoil anything if you keep watching. But it also has, I mean, stuff like reincarnation and just like a powerful presence helps Gator at one point, and just, but it's also very sci-fi as well. So it's a pretty good mix. Most of Christopher Pike's books aren't sci-fi; they're mostly spiritual or just regular old hoodooiness. But the few that are sci-fi like this are really good. And it's a great book. It has not been re-released, reprinted or anything recently. So the only way you can get it is, I would recommend going to Amazon, and then you can find it used. If you find it, like, it says like, if someone has like at least a 95% rating and they have like at least 1,000 reviews, you can probably say that they're good, and you can buy it from them without having to worry about the quality of the book too much. As you see, I got this used from Amazon. I mean, that's the only choice. It's not reprinted. If it is available for new, then it has to be like really high priced, because it's probably well to be new by now. But I don't know if you can get anywhere new. Because I mean, 1995, I think was the last time it was in print, and the first time. So I plan to. I wanted to do these in like the order I read them, but I unfortunately am not, just because I can't do book reviews that often. But I plan to review every Christopher Pike book, probably in just a random order. Every single Christopher Pike book that he has ever made. That's like, I don't know how many it is. It's around the 40 to 50 area. Pretty much all of his books, even his worst ones, I find good, except for maybe a Spooksphere series, which is just kids series. Those aren't, they're okay. I mean, they're for kids, so I mean, it's okay. I decided to get them all because I want to have a complete Christopher Pike collection, and I haven't gotten away into a short story collection, so I don't know what that is about. But yeah, this is probably his best standalone novel, in my opinion. One of his best, one of the top three, definitely. And probably one of my top 3 standalone novels of all time. At least so far, I've read 302 novels as of the making of this video. It is great. I want to read one more. I think it's powerful. Excerpt from it. I guess I can do that. It's the very first page. Because in the old, I don't know if they do this in any of the modern books, but in the 80s and 90s, they have like a page. The first page is like an excerpt for something like halfway in the book or something. So this one's called Lost in Time. I understood many things, yet I still did not comprehend why it was so painful to learn such simple reasons. I wondered if Elijah had halted these 7 steps because of me. My agony was tearing me apart, and still I was afraid to let go. He was dead. I needed to let his memory go too. That was the first step for me, before discrimination. Yet my love was the ghost of a young girl's dream. It dwelt alone in the abyss, stubbornly, where only illusions prospered on tears and regrets. My love had a life of its own. It was perverted, but nonetheless, still vital. For that reason, I wanted to return to deep space. Honestly, I would have preferred it if we had traveled forever and never, and stopped at another star system to fall into the endless blackness. That was my new fantasy. The young girl with the ancient dream wept. I could hear her. I even saw her tears on the glass of the observation deck. It made me feel old. I didn't want to know her name. I couldn't forget Tim, but I needed to forget her. So, like I said, it's kind of talking about her love, but that's just a driving force. The main story is still good, and even the romance part of it is very, very good. One of the ones I actually liked. well, I don't know if I would call it romance. I guess just a relationship or something. But just it gets very dark. A lot of the times too. It can get very dark. It's a very dark book. Just 195 pages long, not too long. Most of his books are around this length, give or take like 40 pages. Most of his old books, his newer ones are like 500 pages on average. It's a great book. The Starlight crystal, if you can see that. Starlight crystal there. By Christopher Pike. You can get, I got it for $4 off of Amazon. You should be able to get it for $4 off of Amazon too. There's the back of it. If you want to see the back, and here's the side. I like the side. I need to get these stickers off, but at the same time, I'm afraid they'll tear the book, so I think I'm just going to leave them on. It's kind of cool, just seeing where the books went, I guess. You can see it went into a sticker. But, yeah. This is my first book review of Christopher Pike. Books, I plan to review all of his books, but I also plan to review a whole bunch of other books. So my next book review will not be a Christopher Pike book. I won't say what it is just yet. Because I want to keep it a surprise and everything. But, and I really don't know what the next one's going to be. I just know it's not going to be a Pike review. But, yeah, I don't know when I'll get to around that, to that. Maybe by the end of the month or early January. We shall see, but I don't want to make any promises because I'm always late with my videos. But, yeah, Starlight Crystal by Crystal. I'm just rambling on there. I do that. It's a bad habit, and it's bad for book reviews. Christopher Pike, my favorite author. Starlight Crystal, my favorite of his standalone novels. One of my top 3 at least. Probably my favorite. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. One of the top 3 favorite of his standalone, and he has like 40 standalones, so that should say a lot. And yeah, until next time, I give this a 10 out of 10 stars. Yeah, I'm going to be rating them, and this is going to be, I'm probably going to rate a lot of just books in general high, because I tend to not, I tend to really get into everything. But if I rate something a 10, like I've done this, and I'm giving it a 10, then I really find nothing wrong with it. I don't find nothing wrong with it. But, I mean, you might find it. You might find that it's the worst book ever. I don't know. If you do, then I can't take it. I won't be able to take it. And I'll cry. No, really. If you find it the worst book you've ever read, then whatever. But it is one of my favorites. It is pretty much a perfect book. If I don't find anything wrong with the book at all, anything that I did not like, I will not give. If I find anything at all, even the littlest thing that I did not like, I would not give it a 10. But I give this book one of the few books that I will give a 10. So, yeah. And when I say few books, I mean very few books. I just wanted to start, of course, with one of my favorites. My first book review should be one of my favorite books. So, yeah. Starlight Christopher Pike. You can get it $4 off of Amazon used, which I think is pretty much the best way to get it unless they re-release it anytime soon, which as of right now there's no plans. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Look forward for more book reviews and other TBRs, and if you like video games, I make lots of video game related things too. So yeah, until next time, wahoo, wahoo. Like I said, thanks for watching this video, and check back for more WRV book reviews as soon as I make them, whenever I make them. Until next time, wahoo.